Hi, welcome to Sass TV. My name is William Best, and this is what's going on for you. And I'm going to do 1 through 8, and then we're going to push through to the next level. Let's go ahead and begin. Um, let's go. From the top of the reading, the number 1 is talking about going in new directions. And with going in new directions, there's going to be some new ideas that's going to be coming through. And with those new ideas, the cards are talking about communication with someone from the past for a short term. Or by the 12th of January, you decided to move on from someone, property matters, or looking as though that they're going to be changing a little bit. I feel like in 3 months' time, you're going to have that decision made in that area. Also, the cards are talking about keeping your eyes on what's celebrated the most. There's going to be some changes in relationships for the better. If you're in any unstable ones, one will become stable by the middle of January. Now, you're making decisions about someone you may just overlook and move into someone else's arms. That's just what it is. You may be like, whatever, and jump into somebody's arms that you really, really, really like, and I feel like this person will be a little bit closer to your age. It's like the other one is not so available, okay? For some reason, the other one is not so available. Here's number 2. In the number two box is talking about keeping your eyes open for any kind of challenges in any new relationships. There's going to be a new communication with someone new. I feel like you're going to be keeping a big distance between you and this individual because of hurt feelings or hurt emotions. You know, there's some upside down thoughts, some mistrust, some distrust. You know, some things that has happened that's made you kind of insecure in some areas of your life that's making you withdraw. You have your reasons why you're not ready to move fast, very fast in a relationship. And, you know, the changes that you want financially. I mean, new beginnings financially. Things that's going to push up financially. You're looking at February. You're also looking at going back and forth in some relationships, okay? You got changes in your finances in February for the better. You're going to be going one leg up. I feel like you're going to be involved with someone, but also someone may have made you wait, and then you walk right over him into somebody else's arms, and then he comes back. Sometimes they realize when it's too late, okay? So here's cut number 2. We're going to number 3. In that number 3, finances are going to be going really good for you. Communications are going to be going really, really good for you. Settling relationship ties, settling your mind in relationship areas. Also, there's going to be new communications. You're going to be all over the place in that 3rd month, but finances are going to be stable, and communications and love is going to be stable. I feel like you're looking to become more aware of things in your judgment. That's what's going to be coming up in your life in 2018. You may be celebrating a relationship or having some regrets with someone of letting someone go at that time, but I don't think that you did a bad thing because this new partner is welcoming you into a new direction, okay? You may have to wait on something a little while longer towards the end of that month. It's like things are going really good and things are tying up for the better, and communications are going to be good, and property matters are going to be good, and then you got to wait for something. Love is going to be well with someone new. You can wear them. They fit. They do. Okay. Okay. And here is your number 4. Yeah, they different. They tight. Yeah, they supposed to be like that. That's your size. The other ones are not your size. Them other ones, them high tops was way too big for you. Them your size you got on. Mhm. The other ones is too big for you. That's why those fit. Those are too big. Yeah. Yes, they are. They're not big enough. They're not. Because you've gotten used to them. So within that 4th time frame, you're going to be celebrating some new thoughts. This relationship, you and this individual will be close, but you're going to be going back and forth in your mind, or you're going to be going back and forth with your emotions, so there will be a lot of sex back and forth with this individual at this time. Okay, going back and forth in finances, you're going to be doing a lot of working at that time with a lot of communication. If you work in the telecommunications or in the phone area or AT&T, TTNI, whatever, TWC, whoever, that work is going to be picking up very, very, very highly for you. Also, spiritualism and things that you can control. When it talks about things that you can control, it talks about relationship woes. Are you sure you want to be in the relationship? That's the topic of this month. Are you sure that you're wanting to be in a relationship with the individual? Because property values are getting good. There's a likelihood of you getting engaged to someone if you are going to let an old relationship go, or if you are going to let an old partnership go. There's going to be some endings and beginnings with someone for 2 months. Endings and beginnings, and then there's going to be a relationship that it's looking really good. This person with the endings and beginnings, he's a good decision maker. Definitely he is. I wouldn't just end that, because I don't see this individual even being gone. I feel like whomever that individual is, they're very slow. You kind of look past them, and then a month after that, you just was like, forget it. And then the third month, some kind of way, you guys got reconnected again. So, that's a possibility. That's only if you want to, but there is someone permanent in your life. Property matters are going to be highlighted for the first 4 months of the year, and new communications and relationships, and making a decision whether you want this person or that person. You can't make no mistakes. There's not somebody that's meant for you. How fast you're driving and where you're going is what's happening within this next 4 months for you. Okay, it's really good for you. Finances are going to be changing. New love and old love at the same time at one point between these first 4 months. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the fifth month. This is your fifth month, and when your fifth month come, I feel that's so nervous. I feel like you either got proposed, someone came to you about some good news, or this person that you love got you a really, 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 really nice gift, and you really feel honored about it, and it's gonna let you know that that relationship is going to the next level. Relationships are going to be really good for you in the summer, and especially in the fifth month. Relationships are going to be really good for you. Highly, highly, highly energetic, highly, highly sexual, highly, highly compatible. Work is going to be very steady. It would have slowed down. This says you're going to be traveling for 2 months, or 1 month you may go somewhere, another month you may go somewhere work related. Also the relationships that are around you are really, really good. Communications well. It just seems like for some reason you try to go into another direction. This person is really still trying. This other person that you let go, they ain't went nowhere yet. They hurt your feelings. I think they're going to help you with something, or they're trying to help you with something, and you don't want to cross ties with your new relationship. And you feel like the money that they bring to the table, you can bring to the table too. It's really about how you see, how you see yourself. Because if you get involved, they're just doing this to get you back. They ain't going to do nothing. Okay, that's what's going on with that. They're still going to be around at that point. I don't see any real kind of true love with the individual. I see where, the person almost stalk. You should do anything to try to see what's going on with you. Okay. So here's your 6 month. There's your 6 month, and this is what's going on with you. Hi to everybody in the room. 6 months. This is your 6 month. This is your 6 month. Okay, in your 6 month, decisions are going to be made. There's going to be finalizations in this month. Relationships, finalizations with business partners, finalizations with careers, ending of contracts, ending of old communications, ending of relationships and people that are currently in your life that does not fit you anymore. You're either going to get to the point to where the committed relationship that you're in, you're not sure that you even want. All changes that you require in that month are going to end in celebrations. There's going to be a repositioning in your life. You're going to be going in another direction. And I think that you're questioning love because you are being heightened. You're being heightened. Some of your problems are going to be leaving you. Some of your self-inflictions mentally, problems and burdens are going to be leaving you starting in January of 2018. So by that time, it's just going to be a new you. It's just going to be a new you. And you don't know if the relationships that you are dealing with and the people that you are dealing with, that you would like to go on further dealing with them. It is a huge month for decisions. It's a huge month for communications and preparations for you. You will be getting people out of your life and possibly a love that you thought was promising, but yet still, I still see somebody still around. Okay, let's go for the 7th month. This is your 7th month, and your 7th month talks about your emotions being back and forth and forth and back. So small, arguing in a tit for tat. You may kind of pull yourself away from a relationship. You might kind of pull yourself away from somebody, and just start focusing on work. You're ready to go in a new direction, and there's communication with this old partner. Something with property matters are going to be looking really, really, really good for you. I feel like it just keeps talking about things leaving you, old things that are bothering you are going to be leaving you. Finance is increasing. It's still talking about you being committed in a relationship, or will I ever have that? You don't have to question it. Just keep getting rid of these old woes. Keep letting these things that are bothering you. Oh man, I left my charger in the car. These things that are bothering you, just keep letting them fall off, because they're going to be falling off more and more towards the 5th month of this year, going into the 6th month and the 7th month, okay? A lot of burdens are going to be falling off, which will leave room for new things. And if you don't know who you are, you may get rid of a relationship that could be possibly a good one for you. Okay, that's what's coming up for you. It's just a well-rounded. It's like a kickoff. It's like a round-off for you, and it looks very wonderful. I think that the things that you have going, they really look good. I think you have a huge possibility of getting into a long-term relationship once you decide on what you want and stay secure in it. Finances are going to really start picking up in February for you. The last couple of months is going to be your mind settling. It's going to be you feeling good again. Your confidence will come back in, okay? But remember, if you want to be with this individual, stay with this individual, okay? Because he is in your eye line. There is another individual. You do what you want to do with that individual, okay? Because I do see them around. I don't see you doing a pick and choose. At first you did. You did like a pick and choose. But then you chose, and then somebody kind of stand back was still around. Okay, so this is what's going on. This is your final month. Here we go. This last month, in that 8th month of the year, I said you celebrating something. You wouldn't believe this. The one that I was telling you, I don't know who he is, but he is, no matter what, he is in your cards. You never really let him down. I said you dealing with this individual some kind of way. Rethinking things. Thinking about giving somebody almost probably a second chance. But it's later in the summer. It could be anyone. It could be anybody, but I know the individual is around. You're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision about true love. What is true love to you? What have you learned within the first 6 months of the year? Finances is going to be okay, so you don't have any excuse to dive into work in order to not make a decision, okay? When it comes to relationships and partnerships, you're really going to have to make a decision in the 8th month or end everything. You're going to do your best to quit trying to not make a decision about this stuff. You are not going to want to make a decision. You are not. That 8th month, you're like, I ain't got to decide. I do what I want to do. You're not going to make a decision. You're going to do everything to keep from deciding because you're comfortable. You don't know what to do. You don't want to hurt anyone. Do what's best for the team, ma'am. do what's best for the team, because you know, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you who to pick. I can just give you the written. All I know is your finances are going to be good. Your burdens are going to be dropping. You're going to see things clear. And right now, you need to have your perspective in the right place, because when you start seeing things clear, you're going to think it's time to get rid of everybody. No, it's just a release. You have to replace it, not people. Not people, not this individual. You're gonna lose him if you don't keep your perspective the same once these changes start to fall out of your life. God bless you.